Actress Preeti Gupta juggles between India and New York to follow her creative passion. And just before starting work on a new project, the pandemic hit and she was stuck in lockdown for months. However, she turned a negative into a positive by acting in and directing a virtual play. Jitin gets a little bit closer to an artist who took technology by the horns and ran with it.
Tell us about what you're working on right now. This is something really out of the box and innovative. How did you come up with this idea?
Actually, it was just about taking a positive note and not getting discouraged during the pandemic. So I'm obsessed with this script. It's Closer by Patrick Maba, and it's something I was supposed to open in New York City in spring. And we were supposed to start rehearsals in March, and we all know what happened. So I was just sitting and I was wondering, should I do something about it? And I was feeling a bit discouraged. And then this whole idea just, came about. Why don't we try doing it, online instead of just giving up?
Cut off your press.
Me? Do you have any children? Would you like some?
So how did you adapt it to being a Zoom play? Like, what elements did you use? What did you not use? How did you work with the characters?
That's a long story. I'm going to try and cut it short.
Okay.
So normally, like, Zoom is not an app which is designed for, a show. Zoom is an app essentially designed for conference meetings and, like sitting at table, sitting in one spot and doing something like that. But I wanted to break that norm. And I saw a performance, where the actor was sort of moving around in this space, so he was not stuck in one place. And that gave me an idea. And I thought, why don't we do that? So there are 4 characters in the play, and all 4 of them, like, their homes are our sets. So the play is literally moving around in their homes, and the audience gets to go into different parts of their homes as the different parts of the set. Which is something which was a huge risk. Also, it could have completely failed, but I think people are really enjoying that and they like it. And it's giving them the experience of, like live stage.
Did you ever love me?
Yes.
And this is your directorial debut, and it's something that you're doing for the first time. You're an actor. How was it kind of being on the other side, especially in this medium where you're not even seeing the people you're working with?
It was hard. It was so hard. I have like a newfound respect for directors. For their work. Oh my God, it's hard. Because you have, as an actor, you have like a blinkered sort of view about your character. But as a director, you have to take care of everything. And also, how do you get people on board for your vision, while you're giving them creative freedom? So, but it was all worth it. Like, when it works, then it's all worth it. All the hard work is worth it.
No, I don't desire you.
And this is a very cross-cultural, cross-continental project. Talk about kind of the minds meeting from all over the world and coming together on this platform.
I really do. And I think, I've spoken about this before. I really feel very strongly about diversity. I really feel very strongly about people of color doing, roles that typically would not be offered to them, like roles written by white people for white people, which we have seen for a long time. And that's something I personally feel very strongly about. And I feel like I live in New York City normally. So in New York, there are so many, like, you sit on the steps of Met for like 5 minutes and you would have seen 15 different nationalities, right? And that's the world that we exist in. So I think our art should be reflective of that.
I need to see proof of that love.
I love him.
Well, okay. Ms. Bakari, I can't let you into this country. You'll have to return to Pakistan.
Preeti, given the situation with the pandemic and the lockdown and the isolation, must have been really tough, especially for our artists, who thrive on the interaction and they thrive on audience reaction. What has this process been like for you? And is this what has enabled you to create this work of art?
Yeah, it was a necessity. It was not like, it was an absolute necessity. I think the first 2 months of the pandemic were really like, it was tough. It's a very tough thing to sort of get used to, especially, for our industry, which is which is considered to be non-essential in that sense. You know, I felt that. I felt very weird and uncertain and sort of like a driftwood feeling. But yeah, and I think this project really, really brought me back to like my own center, you know, so it helped me a lot.